We're here with Sally from Total Tattoo magazine. How are you getting on, Sally?
Good, thank you very much, Martin.
You're at the Derby convention. Obviously, it's a big part of what you do, going to the tattoo conventions. What would you say about this one in particular? Do you like?
Well, I've been coming to the Derby show since the first one, State of the Art convention. It's always been a fantastic, fun show. It's right in the middle of the country, so people come to it from all over the country, which is fantastic. You get a really good mix of people, a really good mix of artists, and it's a good fun weekend here.
What do you like about a convention experience yourself? I mean, being a journalist and writing for the magazine, what are things that keep you, inspired to come and keep doing? Because, if you go all the time and every year after year, you still seem to have the passion for it. So what keeps you inspired as a journalist?
There's always something new to see at a convention. Even if you go to the same convention year after year, there's always new artists, always new work to see, new people to meet. I just love talking to people about tattoos.
Yeah.
So for me, it's, we get to meet our readers here and we get feedback on the magazine, and I get to see what's happening in an awful lot of studios, more studios than I can hope to visit. So you can check out lots of artists' work and just see what's up and coming. It's fantastic fun.
What would you say? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talk about it's constantly morphing and changing stuff. What would you say the latest trends that would be exciting?
It's kind of anything goes at the moment. There's an awful lot of styles that are really popular. There are trends in tattooing. That, obviously certain things are more popular at different times, but at the moment, just everything seems popular. The old school work is still fantastically popular. Classical Japanese work, never been more popular, never been done better. There's some excellent artists. Realistic portraits, people are going into colour portraits now, whereas years ago it was just black and grey. And biomechanic is having a resurgence, so yeah, it just seems generally anything goes. Good quality stuff, there's some really good artists out there. There's young artists coming into the scene that are just really, really excellent, and they keep the older artists on their toes. There's some guys that have been in the business a long time that are trying out new stuff and adopting new techniques, and just feeding off each other, the young and the older artists. It's a really healthy scene at the moment. So.
And Total Tattoo, obviously been very well established, been going for long, fantastic reputation. What's the ethos of the magazine? Where do you and your crew come from in terms of how you set about writing your style of journalism?
We try and have a mix in the magazine. Obviously, we want a lot of great photos in there, and with tattoos, we say if it's good, it goes in. Wherever the artist is based, we just try and gather the best we can from around the world. Obviously, we're UK based, so we like to really push UK artists, but we get the best from all over the world. But we also like to have a lot of content, a lot of written content. We have intelligent readers, they want to just read something. We have a lot about the history of tattooing, tattoo cultures around the world, tribal tattoos that are perhaps dying out. We try and show people how tattoos are used around the world, not just for decoration in the West, but just all sorts of uses of tattoos around. So we try and have a lot of real mixed content in there.
So it's the bigger picture you look into, and you like to give your readers the background behind the traditions, and maybe find those lost things and try and kind of make them resurge again or whatever. Okay.
And the history of tattooing in the West, in Britain and in Europe, there's a really rich tradition of tattooing. Say in the last 100 years, we try and pay tribute to some of the names that were tattooing when it wasn't cool and trendy, and when it wasn't as popular as it is now. People that worked in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and they laid the ground for people that are enjoying the boom of it now. So
yeah, because it seems that like Eastern traditions or Eastern tattooing is always, because it has so much tradition, it does kind of get lost in the mix. Maybe the Western tattooing has its own history as well, even though it's slightly more contemporary, but it's just as rich as well.
Absolutely, and that's the direct roots of where we are today, why we've got this fantastic vibrant scene that we have, because people really pushed tattooing and kept it going through times when it was very, very unpopular and not seen as cool at all like it is now.
Cool. And so how long's the magazine been going now? Entirely 5 years. And how you find it, like year on year? Is it just moving in the right direction for you?
It really is. yeah, we've just really grown every year. You know, we had a lot of support from people in the industry when we started, which, you know, and people know who they are, and they really did help us out right at the beginning. But now we've just, you know, we're on sale worldwide, and we get really good feedback from around the world. And you know, we just put together the magazine that we want to read ourselves. You know, we're all enthusiasts that work on the magazine. You know, we do it because we love tattooing, and we, you know, it's just nice that readers like the magazine we put together. So.
And so just if you give us maybe 1 or 2 sentences as to why people should buy Total Tattoo.
Well, I like to think we're the best tattoo magazine in the world, but I'm a bit biased. But we're a modern tattoo magazine for the contemporary tattoo world. We look to the past, you know, we show people what's happening for the future, and we just hopefully give people a really good overview of the very best of tattooing to inspire them to decorate their bodies.
Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the convention, and great magazine, and go out and buy it.
Thank you very much.